this far in camp? How excited are you for your guys? What kind of progress have you seen from your unit?
Oh man, it's been good. Obviously, we had a real good spring. The guys came and worked their tails off in the summer, and they just repeated that in fall camp. We have a lot of guys making plays. A lot of guys they gonna command to play a lot of football for us. So that's always good. The strength is always in numbers, and we have a bunch of guys that I feel good about back there.
Can you talk a little bit about Conrad? He looks totally comfortable. He was here asking questions yesterday. The coaches that were here came in the summer, but seems to really be picking things up. What progress have you seen from him throughout the summer?
Oh man, he's a tremendous athlete. Obviously, a true freshman to come in June, with limited amount of preparation time. Sometimes it gets hard for him, but he's swimming, but he's coming and asking questions. He wants to learn, he wants to be great. That's the kind of players you want. And like I said, he has A1 athleticism. He's made a bunch of plays on the field, and he's going to continue to get better once he really learns what to do.
Has Aari taken the step that it seems like he has?
Yeah, man, Aari has been really, really good. I know he had a productive true freshman year, and he battled injuries early on with in the spring, but he's 100% now. He's confident. He's making plays. He's a smart kid, a real spiritual kid, and he loves football. So we're looking for him to have a big-time year for us this year.
Does he make the choice to, do the quarterbacks and one-on-ones make the choice on who they get to cover? Because it always seems like he either looks 4 or 14 when he's in one-on-one.
Yeah, we always want the best guys to go against each other, and today he got a bunch of Keon. Other days he got Johnny. Some other days he may get some other receivers, but whichever side they're on, whichever receiver's up, that's who we go against.
Such a big emphasis for you coming in was takeaways and being assertive as DBs. I guess how have you seen the guys take that lesson and grow throughout the offseason?
Oh, it's been good. I know yesterday we had like 4 or 5 turnovers. Today we had a few, so that's always a big emphasis. I always feel, since my days playing, the team who wins the turnover margin, usually wins 80-85% of their games. And that was a big emphasis coming to this year with only getting 6 interceptions last year, getting our hands on the ball, punching at the ball, stripping at the ball every play. And I think so far it's been pretty good.
What's the biggest emphasis? Are you just repeating the same things over and over again, or certain drills? I guess how do you go about really making that a whole?
Oh, just getting 11 hats to the ball. Good things happen when you get a lot of hats to the ball and getting your head around and play the football. A lot of guys, when the ball's in the air, they panic and don't play the football. But I think the guys are doing a better job, getting their heads around and finding the football and making plays.
How much are the receivers that weren't here in the spring, like Keon, Destin, Winston, really, how much better are they making?
Oh, man, it's the old adage, iron sharpens irons. Obviously, you got guys like Johnny and Keon, and like you said, Destin, Tron when he's back, Darion, Winston. We have a bunch of guys that can make plays over there. Span, it's only going to make us better, and it works, both ways. We got some pretty good DBs back there, and Dula, Jarion, AZ, Tril, Greedy, Shaquem, the young guys. So we have a pretty formidable group, and when you go against that competition every day, it makes everyone better.
Is that a message? I mean, you have so many veteran guys, but you got some young guys too. A message you give them, like, look, you might not face better receivers than you do every day in practice.
Yeah, we have a great mix of guys. Like you said, we have a lot of guys in that DB room who's played a lot of football, but we also have like 6 true freshmen who hasn't played a college snap. So it's a fine mix right there. But I constantly tell those guys, this may be the best receiving unit we face all day. So if you go up and compete against them, make plays against them, not saying that it'll be easy on Saturday, but you have an understanding what you'll be going against.
You mentioned the 6 true freshmen. How have they done so far in camp? What kind of improvement have you seen from them?
They've been good. Obviously, Quindarius and KJ, they've been here, since January, and with the new guys coming in, and Conrad, Ed Joseph, Jabril, even the young guy Donnie, who's going to get a chance. Those guys have been good. Obviously, the adjustment you got to make coming from high school to college is an adjustment period there. But like I said, we have a good room where the older guys are kind of taking the younger guys under their wing. They're asking the right questions. They're coming out and competing, and they're making plays. That's all you can ask.
What do you need to see from those young guys, whether it's a week from now, midway through, when they get their chance, whenever that time comes, what do you need to see from them in practice to feel comfortable playing them?
Oh, just cutting down on the mental mistakes. Like I said, it's new to them. You know, most of those guys in high school, they probably played cat coverage. You know, you got that cat, you got that cat. But with here, you know, we play so many different coverages, and they have to learn it all. You know, that's the biggest thing that keep true freshmen from not playing is knowing the defense. And not saying that those guys don't know it, but when you're on the field, the coach has to be able to trust you that you know it better than he does. And I think those guys will continue learning, and when they get it, it's going to be scary.
We talked to AC earlier this season. I think he said the mantra he learned from you that really helped him was, I think it was, this is an imperfect game played by imperfect people. How valuable a lesson is that for those freshmen as well, where they probably dominated at the high school level and they may not be as consistent here?
Yeah, man, it's ball. It's a game that, you know, some of those guys have been playing since they were 5 years old, and you're going to make mistakes. You know, it's the ones that know how to bounce back from those mistakes, you know, that makes the next play. You know, if you give up a play and you sulk and you put your head down, then it's going to continue to happen. But, you know, just football is an adverse game. You're not going to be perfect on every single play, so as quickly as you're able to move on to the next play, the better you'll be and the better the team will be.
We can, with Aari, we can see his physical abilities. Like, what's he been like as a coach and just
Oh, man, he's been a sponge, a guy who comes out, work hard every day. Like I said, he takes tremendous notes in the meeting. He's a student of the game. He stays after practice to get extra work. He's a spiritual young man. He's well respected, and you know, the sky's the limit for him. Obviously, we have a bunch of guys back there that can play ball, but he's really going to help us this year.
and the opportunity that him and these other guys get to go against that wide receiver core, how beneficial is that?
Yeah, it's great. You know, you're probably not going to face, you know, a better unit in the country, you know, and so when Saturday comes, not saying it'll be easy, but they'll have an idea, you know, what it is to go against, you know, elite guys.
Tril has played a lot of football. Have you seen him grow at all from spring to fall? It seems he's been a little more confident, at least.
Yeah, just coming in from a new situation. Obviously, you know, he played in a totally different defense. They were mostly off coverage and bail coverage. Now, you know, we're 75, 80% press coverage, and that's an adjustment. But like you said, Tril has a lot of college snaps on this game, playing some big time games, and he's a valuable component to our secondary unit, and we expect big things out of him this year.
We saw Renardo kind of bounce around a bit positionally early in his time before finally kind of settling himself at corner last year. What makes him, it just seems like a reliable, solid option that play in and play out?
Just steady. You know, and that's what you want at the cornerback position, a steady guy, not a guy who's up and down. You know, when he's up, you know, he's all this, but when he's down, he's really down. Dude's just a straight line, steady guy who's going to make plays, who's going to come up and tackle, and who's going to be a leader in the room. And, you know, we're expecting great things out of him this year as well.
The players knew who you were when you got here, but what did you have to do to feel like to earn their trust?
Just had to be myself, you know, be a no-nonsense guy, and let them know that, you know, you haven't made it yet. You still have a far way to go, and coach them hard, but loving me the harder. You know, they respected that. They respected my pedigree, what I did, and, you know, the guys I put into the NFL. And I just had to come in and earn their trust. And the only way I know how to do that is to be myself. And, you know, we become a tight-knit group. You know, we do things off the football field, you know, and they taking a liking to me. So it's a good thing. You know, like I said, we have a really good group with older guys and younger guys, and I expect big things out of my group this year.
You coach high school kids and you coach grown men in the NFL. How do you treat college guys any different than either of those, or in terms of like?
It's the same thing, man. As long as you're yourself, you know, guys take heed to that. And I've been doing the same thing for a long time at every level, and it's going to continue at this level, no different.
I asked Coach Stevens, so I have to ask you.
Oh, you the one who came up with that question?
Would it be good quality football?
Duke's a big receiver, but I think I'll get my hands on him. You know, obviously Dukes is a Florida State legend, had a pretty good pro career, but this is me, man. It's me, so. And I agree with Dukes in one aspect. We got to keep it in the red zone. You know, we can't go out in the field. The red zone, I think I'll win that battle. I'm pretty sure he'll say the same thing.
But that gives him the advantage of being a big guy.
big doesn't matter when you get jammed up. Trust me.
All right, thanks, Coach.
All right.
Appreciate it.
No problem.
Bulletin board material.